even getting into their offense right now. 10 seconds to shoot already.
Yeah, you're going to see a ton of ball pressure. It's going to be both in the full court and in the half court. And you've got
Uche Izoje, a star player in the ACC for Syracuse on her first attempt. Masagayo, the turnaround jump shot is good. Looking
both in the mid-range and in the low block. She is athletic and she can make plays.
Izoje, she has a high team, male or female, to qualify for the quarterfinals of basketball in the Olympics. Here's Courtney Williams straight on for a triple. Dorothy Uhas, Natasha Howard, Nafisa Collier, she's been such an important voice. Here's Olivia Miles in the open floor in the scoop for two. Snared by Williams, it's 2-on-2, feeding Coffee on the run, barrels her way to the rim, and finishes through contact.
Addition to this Lynx roster, Sloan, just because of not only her experience, but we talked about versatility. She's one of those players that's going to be able to
draft you. We'll move it around the perimeter now. 4 to shoot. Amaka Mura from very deep. That's not going to hit any
times in that close win against Washington in the first preseason game.
Courtney Williams, one-on-one inside. Another three-point
philosophy. You've got to be in help side. Those rotations are going to be key, but you've also got to stop them one-on-one.
Courtney Williams feeling it. Basketball tournament in this building, so a little bit of a different flavor tonight. The Lynx and Team Nigeria. Here's Gabby White, a strong move
in these next couple years with the CBA.
Here is Kalu slicing into the paint, leaving it off for Kunai, who finishes off from Roshea Kyle. That was vicious on the defensive end. Kalu thought about a three. She's going to put it up and drain it. And Team Night.
She understands how not only to be an explosive offensive threat, but also to defend. But she just gets loose.
Fouled and somehow gets the bucket to fall.
That is a friendly roll that Kalu is going to get on that three. 6'3", 6'5", 6'4". A lot of size on this Nigerian squad.
Offenbarger drains yet another. But Kunai comes up with it. 50 seconds to go. What a pass that was inside. Izoje sticks with it for the putback. Shot and game clock. Team Nigeria with the basketball. A closely contested first frame as White takes off to the cup.
8 double-figure games, and she has come out hot here in Kansas City.
5 to shoot. Courtney Williams, her go to the break.
So this year, all these rookies, a lot of new faces, and it has changed how they attack things and how they go about it, and it's about the evaluation, but it's also a player like Collier until the month of June.
Ezide Kalu lifts the triple. She's got 11 points. Courtney Williams has got more reps of in-game opportunities. She said, normally we only play 2 preseason games. This year we wanted 3, streaking to the cup.
You got to remember that these players have only been together now for what? 2 weeks, if not that? Even. Not even. And so you've got to make those choices.
He continues to learn the game at this level, tries to poke it away to a teammate. Kalu sneaks out ahead, and that's going to be a lay-in rhythm. Preseason games into 2 different games per half. Here is Miles, the no-look, another no-look, and an easy lay-in by this. Good at that time is White rips away the rebound. Up ahead, advantage for Team Nigeria. Izoje for Mukamara. Kalu has to throw it up. She knocks it down. Saves it from going out of bounds. Kalu is able to come up with it, but Jalen Sherrod pounces and will finish.
And that hustle play all stars. Talked about the impressive performance she had in the first preseason game, but getting the start here in the second half.
Shooting, she has been on target all night long for Minnesota. Kunai putting her head down, plowing to the rim. A 3-point play off of her own number, leaves it short from distance. Finds Delaire from beyond the arc, and she puts it through.
That's a great sign. These environments is only going to be a benefit moving forward as this team gets to the regular season.
Slicing her way to the cup. Second chance opportunity. Taking it herself. Here is Poffenbarger, who wants it right back, and she drains it.
Gets her feet set.
In extended minutes yet again, she had 26, by far leading this team against Washington. Short corner shot is good for Blessing.
For Jose into that pick and roll system.
Coffee tight roping along the baseline with the here in the third quarter. Minnesota has dictated here after halftime as White tries to get downhill, kisses it off glass
one and get to the rim.
Working through Coffee, she'll hand it off to Miles. She streaks easily to the rim, and the reverse is good. Of Olivia Miles, and we've been seeing the flashes every time she's on the floor. Here is White to beat the shot clock. She said, unselfish basketball, good decisions. That's what Coach Reeve wants to see, the instincts and the intent. Looking inside and get the mid-range. Getting the rebound is king, though. Hamsova will launch a three, and she's got it.
That possession
is Minnesota's lead. Lonnie White, number 45 overall draft pick, gets her first action and her first bucket in the same.
1 by 1, but you got to be able to produce in game situations.
They leave, promise Amakamura open for three, and Alu for three in the corner. That's no good. Richardson sneaking out ahead, and she'll get the fast break layup. When she was at Maryland. Now 10 to shoot for Hamsova. King steps right into the mid-range jet. Uche Izoje, no good on the drive. Started out this game strong, has been quieter since. Looking back door, what a connection. This roster is going to change. They're expected to welcome back players like Dorka Yu for the rest of this game. We're not even midway through the fourth quarter, as Kunai is good. That was a big point of emphasis coming into this game for Coach Reeve, and makes you think it's going to continue to be a point of emphasis as Gabby White.
And that is one thing that you don't see very often from young players. And just going to be a sophomore.
And players on WNBA training camp rosters.
In the toolbox that she can bring to the floor. One of them, her ability to step to the free throw.
And then returned to play for the Utes, originally playing under Lynn Roberts.
Is going to be able to use that pick and roll and to be able to be one of those players that's available.
Now 5 to shoot for Hamsova, being hounded by Kalu. Here is White for three. She's got it.
We said pick tonight.
11 points, Missy, and 7 minutes just in this fourth quarter for Lonnie White.
She's been fantastic.
Minnesota back with it. 10 to shoot, under 3 on the clock as Hamsova extends and finishes through the contact. Turn away from White with 2 minutes to go. Streaking up the floor is White. Strong fast break by Nigeria. Up ahead in stride, Reagan Richardson. 6 assists for the rookie from Czechia.
And nice to have some size at that point. More concerted effort by this Lynx team to really turn the intensity up.
Hopkins grad helps lead Minnesota to its first.
That have been through the trenches and been through the war, so to speak, on the international stage. Whether that's in the World Cup, whether that's been in the Olympics. You want to see a team make adjustments coming out of halftime, coming out of quarters. It felt as though the defensive intensity would be better at how they operate in the half court, how they share the basketball. And
Gabby White slices her way to the rim. Offensive rebound for grabs and put back up and in by Minnesota here in Kansas City as the WNBA returns after a 20-year absence. Goes to 2-0.